What's up guys, Miles Mazzanti with Keller Williams Realty here. I'm here with an absolute favorite home inspector, Anthony Lupinacci with the Home Pros. How you doing, Tony?
Good, glad to be here.
Very excited to be here. We're at a newly renovated house in Penn Hills, and Tony's going to pick it apart effectively to sink the deal in true home inspector fashion.
I think we'll try to be a little unbiased.
But really, Tony, I know we've talked about it before. Sometimes that's the impression amongst agents. You know, they say somewhere like 25% of deals fall through during the inspection period. It can certainly be frustrating for all parties. So the hope today is to kind of just establish, you know, what us as agents can be doing with our clients in advance of listing and, you know, making an offer to make this process easy.
Great, let's go ahead and inspect.
Tony, I know I've learned a lot from you over the years, and you know, as an agent, when I'm bringing a buyer to tour a home, I try my best to point out things that I can foresee will be concerns on the inspection. And I think the more that agents, you know, for both the buyers and the sellers going in, I think it'll make the negotiations post-inspection more successful. What do you think would be the top 3 categories that you see agents and buyers overlook on their tours that become a surprise when you're doing the inspection?
Well, of the numerous items we look at on a daily basis, I think the top 3 items that I see that an agent could definitely help a buyer at with the initial walkthrough is mechanicals, basement moisture, and windows.
I think those are great. Let's take them one by one and go through what we can do a better job looking out for.
Great. Let's go ahead and take a look over here at the main electrical panel. When you walk over here with your buyer, you can go ahead and open up the door. We can go ahead and look here at the main breaker and see how many total amps this panel is rated for. This one happens to be 150. That's definitely something the buyer should need to know. We can also go ahead and look at this panel and see that it was recently inspected by a local inspector. The year on this is 2020, so that tells us that we have a recent inspection and gives us an overall picture that this panel may turn out to be okay. Okay, Miles, we're down here with some of the mechanicals. This happens to be the furnace. That happens to be the water heater over here. We can go ahead and take a look. When you walk through with the buyer, some things that you want to look at is just the overall condition of the unit. Do we see any water around the unit? Any kind of moisture damage? Do we see a lot of rusting? That kind of information will definitely help a buyer know, are they getting a newer furnace or an older furnace even before the inspection happens. All right, let's take a look at the water heater. Something that we can definitely show the buyer is the data tag. There's an easy to read year printed on there. That'll give them an indication of when this was made. We can look at the rest of the tank for rusting, corrosion, moisture damage, issues with the venting. That'll also give us an impression of the condition for future. Let's take a look over here at one of the foundation walls where we check out some basement moisture. You definitely want to look at some of these concrete block walls when you come through with your buyer to see if there's any sort of discoloration or staining, especially in the corners. A lot of times you're going to go ahead and find watermarks on the ground and other areas of evidence that says that this may be a damp basement or even previous flooding.
Absolutely. We see that all the time. Pittsburgh basements are notorious for that.
Miles, when you go ahead to show your buyer through the house, windows are definitely one of the biggest items that you want to go ahead and take a look at. When you walk up to a window, you want to see what kind of material it is. This one happens to be a vinyl double hung. It's great if you can to utilize the locks, lift it up, look at the weather stripping underneath. Go ahead and see if it closes real nice and just kind of see what seal it makes. What we're looking for at a window is we're making sure that it has a nice tight seal and that we don't have any drafts coming through and we don't have any moisture issues around the window.
Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it and learned a few things. Thanks again, Anthony Lupinacci, ASHI certified home inspector with the Home Pros. And again, I'm Miles Mazzanti with Keller Williams Realty. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, don't hesitate to reach out.